Hey everyone, and welcome back to Not the Best Media's second commentary track. If you're back, that means I guess you liked us. Or maybe you stumbled across us for the very first time, in which case, welcome, my name is David.
And I'm Ivan.
And we're about to do a commentary track on Ocean's 11.
Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite movies and favorite series out there. Definitely been a giant Ocean's fan for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, what's not to love, man? You got George Clooney, you got Brad Pitt. Come on, man.
Alright, so we are you ready to sync it up?
Yes, I am.
Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1. Alright.
Alright, I'm playing.
Alright, so we are currently at the Village Roadshow Pictures. It's now fading to black and going about to see George Clooney just for syncing purposes if anyone wanted to watch along as we talk.
George Clooney, man, he's a fantastic actor.
I can hear it on your end.
Oh, let me go ahead and turn that down as much as I can. Better?
Yeah.
Alright.
So this is one of your all-time favorite movies.
Yes, definitely is, man. I'm just a huge fan of, like, heist and caper movies.
Yeah.
And especially like that, like, kind of, I don't know, like, thinking... I don't know how to explain, man. Just this crazy, like, mind thriller, mind fuck, you know?
Like the style of it specifically?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just how everybody plays a role. It's so, like, so suave, man.
It is a very classy movie.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, it's actually a remake of a 1960 movie featuring the Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack?
Yeah, dude, the Rat
Really?
Pack was in the original Ocean's movie.
I didn't know that at all. I recently found out that it was a remake of a 1960s movie. I didn't know the Rat Pack was in it.
Let me double check that just to be sure, because I'm
Could
pretty
be
sure.
wrong, and then just we get all the hate instantly.
Yeah, and I don't be sad.
Instant internet hate.
Nope,
'Cause
yeah,
you can't
totally.
be wrong
The
about
Rat Pack.
anything. That's pretty cool, man.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. I love the Rat Pack.
Was it any good? Did you see that version?
No, I haven't been able to find it. Definitely would love to though.
I wonder if it was still Warner Brothers or not.
I can pull that information up for you in just a second. And it looks like, yeah, it definitely was Warner Brothers.
Huh, interesting.
It's an August 10th, 1960 release date.
August 10th.
And the whole box office, $5 million.
Well, I mean, for 1960, yeah, that's pretty. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Inflation and stuff.
So, tell us why we're specifically watching Ocean's 11, a Steve Soderbergh movie, right now, over 10 years since the
Yeah,
release.
a really old movie. We decided to watch Ocean's 11 in honor of Steven Soderbergh's latest film, Logan Lucky. His first film in a couple of years. He came out of his alleged retirement. We thought that movie was fucking awesome. So we decided, hey, why not watch another Steven Soderbergh film that's also pretty good so that we have an excuse to talk about Logan Lucky.
Yeah, honestly, man, I think Logan Lucky probably toppled Ocean's 11 for my favorite heist film.
I'd agree with that. We can go more specific into details with that a little bit later, but I think I agree with that. I mean, Ocean's 11, it's been around for a long time, so obviously everyone knows it, and it's a classic. But I do think Logan Lucky is just an overall slightly better film.
Yeah, dude, I feel like it's more relatable. Definitely more relatable.
Definitely. I think it's better towards the end. I think I'm in. By that I mean I think Logan Lucky wraps up a little bit better. I think the ending has a little bit more heart to it than this movie does.
Yeah.
This movie kind of ends and it's cool and it's like, yeah, they get away, and we'll get to that when we get to that. But I think Logan Lucky, I was like, that was nice. That was a nice way to end it.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
definitely. It's more
Yeah.
heartfelt.
Mm-hmm. And I respected that because I didn't expect it to end that way. So mad respect for that.
Oh, Bernie Mac's on screen. R.I.P.
Oh yeah. There's a fantastic cast that we're about to see
Oh,
get assembled.
dude, Matt Damon, Bernie Mac. Oh my God, it's amazing.
How they were able to get all of them together on screen is just a miracle in and of itself. Like literally, I heard they all had to take a huge pay cut, because the production was getting too high, and they had to wrangle in some of the money. George Clooney was like, "Hey guys, pals, buddy, old chummo, pals of mine, you wanna take a pay cut, and we'll just reap the benefits later when we make the sequel." I mean, everyone got paid. I'm just
No, yeah, but I mean, not
this
like
together.
anywhere close to what they probably should have got at the time.
Oh yeah, look at that. Brad Pitt was a heartthrob during the '90s. Come on.
When did Fight Club come out?
99. When was this movie?
2001.
Not too bad after, yeah. You got a couple of cameos coming up. You got Topher Grace from That 70s Show, whose name is literally Topher in this movie. Gave me a good chuckle. Because I don't. When they gamble, it's a bunch of like teen heartthrobs that were like famous in other like TV shows. I don't know them all, so I wonder if they all go by their actual names. Like this is them playing themselves.
Oh yeah, in this scene, Brad Pitt's like a celebrity poker teacher or something like that.
Yeah, he's trying to scam him when before George Clooney comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying these guys all right here were part of some sort of TV show or something or other. All of them.
Yeah, a bunch of, I guess, B-list celebrities.
Yeah. That never went anywhere. I think one of them did. I think I recognized one of them. I don't remember his name. He looks like Taylor Kitsch or something. I don't know. Topher Grace, of course, went on to be Venom, which was awful.
We don't talk about that, David.
So we don't talk about the infamous Spider-Man 3?
We don't discuss that.
One of the best Sony productions of all time? We don't talk about Sony in this podcast.
I forgot Don Cheadle's in this too.
Yeah, he's the British man for some reason.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. There's a lot of people in this movie, man.
Oh man, I love this movie. How
That's
do you
great.
feel about the remake, or not remake, but is it a remake or
The new one that they're working on?
yeah, Ocean's 8?
So, my understanding is that it's a soft kind of reboot in the sense that it exists in the same universe as these movies do, but it's probably going to follow the same formula to kind of give old fans and new fans together. So I think it's called Ocean's 8, and it stars Sandra Bullock and a bunch of other hot ladies in Hollywood right now. And Sandra Bullock is playing Danny Ocean's sister, little sister, older sister, I don't remember. So she'll be playing George Clooney's character,
Okay.
his sister. So she's probably had some experience already with heist type things, got into some shenanigans with her brother. I'm looking forward to it. Kinda, sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
I mean, so I think the cast they assembled, I don't think it's as big of a cast as like when they first assembled these guys for Ocean's 11, but I think it's a pretty good cast they assembled. Let me look it up. Let me look at this cast. And we haven't seen anything from it, so I don't want to judge it, prematurely. I don't think it's going to be like another Ghostbusters situation where it's all females, so female power. I don't think it'll be something like that. I think it'll take on a style of its own. Okay, so we got Sandra Bullock, Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Helen Bonham Carter, Mindy Kaling. Okay, we got Rihanna in there, but whatever. Those are pretty fantastic actresses right there. I love all of those actresses except for Rihanna.
I mean, has she ever acted in anything before? Or was
She's been in a couple movies. I think her debut was in 2010's Battleship. You remember Battleship? when Hollywood ran out of movies.
Okay, yep.
When they ran out of ideas.
All right.
So board games.
All right, we stopped talking about that now.
I wonder if that was a Sony production.
Yeah, it probably will. I would have. I'm gonna look it up now, just because I want to satisfy myself.
So okay, you look up that up. I'm gonna look up who's directing Ocean's 8 because Gary Ross. Okay, he's pretty competent. He's a pretty good director. He directed the first Hunger Games. He's directed a couple other things too. Seabiscuit, Pleasantville, Free State of Jones. Yeah. I think this movie's in better hands than say something like Ghostbusters was.
All right, I take back my words. It was Universal.
Universal's not that far behind Sony. They got that monster-averse that isn't going anywhere because who cares about monsters and Tom Cruise and whatever. I think there was supposed to be a sequel. Like, I believe, if I'm not wrong, there's an after credits in Battleship, and it's like, there's not gonna be a sequel.
What are they gonna make the sequel of? Like
more aliens.
More
That's what it was.
Battleships.
It was the U.S. Navy versus like aliens.
And,
because it couldn't be two naval forces, Ivan. That would just be silly. It was 2010.
And like all their technology wouldn't work, so we had to get an old museum warship as a battleship. Oh my god! Do you remember when all the old veterans were like, "We can do it," and they all start like fixing the ship up and like sailing?
When? For what?
In Battleship.
Oh, I never saw Battleship. Are you kidding me?
Oh man,
there's no way. Okay, maybe for one of our bullshit commentary tracks, I'll watch it for shits and giggles. But so our commentaries were supposed to be ripping on shitty movies, more or less. But in order to talk about Logan Lucky, we didn't want to rip on a shitty movie. We wanted to talk about a good movie. So that's why we put on Oceans. So I would 100% be up for a commentary track on Battleship.
In my defense, the only reason I saw it is I got dragged out by one of our mutual friends.
Oh, friends. I mean, I don't know. That summer, I don't think there was a lot of great movies.
Anything could have been better.
I mean, you had Inception that summer. You could have just watched that for the 12th time.
Would have been better like the 80th time than Battleship was.
Yeah. Liam Neeson was in that. He's so much better than that.
What was that movie Liam Neeson was in? The Grey. Was it The Grey?
Yeah, with the wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah, The Grey.
Oh, that was a good movie.
That's a fucking-tastic movie.
Oh, yeah. I recently rewatched Driver today. I think I sent you a few texts about that.
Drive.
Yeah, Drive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
That's really good. Really violent.
Oh, dude, yeah. Ryan Gosling is kind of like a psychopath in that.
Yeah, borderline. But it's an awesome movie, but it's a very artistic movie. So there's some people that don't like it because they didn't know exactly what it was going to be.
Yeah.
But fuck, do I love that movie?
That's a fantastic movie. I think maybe the over the topness was the special effects for all the gore and stuff was a little too much.
You mean with how violent it really was?
I mean,
when the girl gets her face blown up?
It just looked a little too fake for me, honestly.
That's Nicholas Winding Refn. He likes being artistic. I don't know.
What are you doing there, guy?
I was hearing noises outside, so I closed my windows. Pennywise the dancing clown was gonna come for me.
Please don't.
Did you see it yet?
No, I'm refusing to go until I get a large group of friends.
Pretty good, bro. Take your girl, bro. She'd be all scared of clowns and stuff.
Well, we're both non-horror fans, so.
Oh yeah, so it's perfect, Ivan. You'll be her knight in shining armor.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave her in there by herself. I gotta go to the bathroom. Fucking we'll come back in the movie.
2 hours later.
Oh, hey, sorry. Man. It was a really bad shit.
Yeah.
So how was the movie? Yeah, it's fine, right?
Yeah, like, it was alright. You give it a 10.
So when they go talk to Saul.
I can't still hear it a little bit in the background.
Oh. Well, let me just go ahead and mute it completely since I have closed captioning on. Wait, so do you have yours muted completely or what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, are you watching on your computer or TV?
No, I have it on my TV. Rented it off Amazon.
So, this might be a stupid question.
Mm-hmm.
But are these is what he's describing? Is this real?
Yeah, these are all previous casino heists that have gone awry. And he's just like, yeah, look, nobody robs casinos. It's impossible. It's super hard. And they're like, we're not anybody.
Look at that guy. He was close.
He's close.
He did.
He did.
All that money.
One thing I really love about this series is just like the subtlety of everything, where even the smallest detail that doesn't seem relevant at all becomes like a major plot point towards the end.
I think a lot of that has to do with Steven Soderbergh and how when you see a Soderbergh film, he's an auteur, Ivan. He likes to have control over his movies, and you can tell in the style that's reflected on screen. But I think this was one of like the most mainstream movie he's ever made. I would say, in terms of like Hollywoodized blockbuster filmmaking. Like, this is his most mainstream film. But even that being said, this is still like, you can 100% see Soderbergh's style. Like, he didn't lose himself in making a cool Hollywood blockbuster, and that's pretty cool. Like, there's a bunch of indie films nowadays where indie filmmakers, they'll make a cool little indie film, and then Hollywood's like, we need you to make blockbuster comic book movie number 47, and they'll just like lose themselves.
Yeah.
Like it'll be a movie that looks like it could have been directed by anyone. Steven Soderbergh, you can tell when you're watching one of his films.
Oh, dude, definitely. I mean, it shows throughout like a lot of his stuff too. Logan Lucky, definitely.
100%. And I'm glad he kind of went with a kind of heist film for his out of retirement, because he was able to put like a new spin on something that was his own already. You know what I mean? Like, the whole he came back to the heist genre, but it wasn't for the sake of just coming back to the heist genre. Like, he had a new take, and it wasn't groundbreaking or game changing in any way, but it was nice to see his new take on the genre.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like a modern retelling of it, or in a sense, yeah. Oh, he also did a Scanner Darkly.
Yeah.
It's on my list of things to watch, man. I love that. I would love to watch.
You've never seen it?
No, it's literally been on my list of things to watch for years now.
Gotta check it out. I remember I watched it when it first came out, and I don't remember because I think that was 2006.
Yes.
And so we were both really young when that first came out, and I remember watching it like, what am I watching? I was way too young to understand what was going on. I was very tripped out and scared.
Yeah, I remember like going to the video rental store by my house, fucking back when those were still an actual thing.
What's a video rental store?
Oh, ancient dinosaurs of the
Why
past.
didn't you just stream it on Netflix, Ivan?
Alright, we're not that young.
What's a VHS?
Oh, fuck, man. I remember having to rewind them with like the little...
You had to rewind it, and you're just watching it rewind and watching the tape go...
Oh, dude, we used to have like one of those, like a little RC car shaped rewinder.
What?
Yeah, it was like a Ferrari, and you like put the tape in there and you close it. It makes like car noises.
That is amazing.
I used to love that thing.
We just found a VHS player in my house like a week ago, and we were watching old family videos. We were like, we found the VHSs first, and we were like, cool, look at old family videos. And then we were like, how the fuck are we supposed to watch this?
Dude, I remember like after VHS kind of like died away and DVD became the new thing, I used to hide my cigarettes in the VHS for my family.
Oh my god.
Oh,
They'll
man.
never find it here.
They definitely didn't. Oh, Magic Mike 2. Hunger Games? What did he do in the Hunger Games?
Who?
Soderbergh. Oh, he was a director for Second Unit.
Yeah, he didn't do Magic Mike 2. He was more of a producer on that one.
Wait, did he direct Behind the Candelabra?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So that was a direct-to-TV movie, or a movie that was a movie that aired on TV. So it didn't
HBO, I believe.
Yeah. So after he did Side Effects in 2013, he didn't really retire, which is why I use the word retire ironically, because he kept himself busy. So he stopped making feature films, and then HBO, I don't know if he came to them or they were like, hey, you want to do some stuff? You can do some stuff with us. And he felt like he had more creative control over the properties he was working on at HBO. So he made Behind the Candelabra, and then he made the TV show The Nick. And he did seasons 1 of 2 of The Nick, like entirely on his own. Like he directed it, he did a lot of editing and blah blah blah, all by himself. Before he came back to making feature films with Logan Lucky.
Yeah.
So he stood busy. He wasn't like really retired.
Yeah. I guess he's also producing Ocean's 8, which is kind of nice to see him still attached to it. That's
pretty cool. They're probably like consulting him, or they're just writing him a paycheck. It's technically his world. I don't know. So here we have Don Cheadle. His character is really cool. I can't get over his accent.
Really?
His British accent. So that character was supposed to be a British guy. They were gonna get some British actor to play that role, and then they're like, "Nah, Don Cheadle's fine." And so he tacked on an accent all to himself. I'm like, was that necessary? Did he have to be British? I don't know.
I like it, dude. I think he fits the part perfectly.
I think it's fun. It's a fun role. I'm just saying I don't think the accent was necessary. Is all.
I mean, you do know Don Cheadle is British, right?
But his accent, I've never heard him sound.
I'm fucking with
that,
you. He was
like,
born in Missouri, dude.
I fucking hate you. Fucking. Was he really born in Missouri?
Yeah, dude. Kansas City.
Kansas City. Oh, shit. Barnum's Circus. Was that before it was Barnum and Bailey?
No, it's been Barnum and Bailey's for a while, hasn't it been? I thought it was like Barnum and Bailey's like old.
Well, because that just said Barnum's. It didn't say Barnum and Bailey's. And then Barnum and Bailey teamed up with the Ringling Brothers, because then it was Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey. And now like none of that exists anymore.
No, it's gone.
Nothing. Yeah. End of an era.
Yeah, I guess today's culture doesn't appreciate circuses.
Today's culture doesn't appreciate the mistreatment and abuse of animals, even.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was heading towards.
I mean, it's kind of fucked up, but sometimes you want to see a lion do a flip or something.
You ever been to a circus?
Yeah, I like as a kid, I don't particularly care for them. Like,
yeah.
The coolest thing about circuses was when like they went in the little circle cage and with the motorcycles and they go round and round. None of that has to particularly do with the animals. I don't know.
So you know the guy that they just recorded at the circus right now?
That did what?
You know, the guy they recorded at the circus right now, Yen, like the acrobat of the group.
Oh yeah.
So apparently that actor Shabo Quinn, probably butchered that pretty badly, has no other acting record or credit except for the Ocean's movies.
So he's been in nothing before these movies and was in nothing after these movies?
Yep.
That's legit.
He's just a really good acrobat.
That's well, so that's all they needed. So in the film, they just needed to recruit an acrobat. That was it. So he could do the flips. So I guess in the movie, right, that makes sense. We're like, all right, we need someone who can flip. Let's get an actual acrobat. They probably went to Barnum's for real and just shot it.
Yeah.
And they just recorded their experience there.
It's like, who wants a paycheck?
That's funny.
I kind of like how they take their time a little bit assembling the cast together.
Yeah, so you got your setup. All this in the first half. It's all set up before we even really know what they're gonna do. So we know by this point they're gonna rob 3 casinos, but we don't know how they're gonna do it. Right now, it's not important. They're like, okay, how are they gonna get the people involved? So right now, it's all just unraveling before our very eyes.
Yeah, it's definitely not like other movies where they just bring all these characters in and then kill 2 of them off as a key to show off a plot point or a plot device. Suicide Squad. Here we have Matt Damon's character.
You know this? He was supposed to be played by Mark Wahlberg.
Really? I could definitely see it.
I can see that too. That's the thing. So Mark Wahlberg turned down this movie to, brace yourself, make the Tim Burton remake of Planet of the Apes. Did you see that movie? You know what I'm talking about? The shitty.
I think I might have. Yeah, actually.
It's really bad. It's a bad movie. He's jokingly referenced it before, saying, "Hey, there's my school, DePaul, right over there, the Chicago Brown Line, right there. Look at that, Ivan. It's the shitty of Chicago."
Meh.
Oh, you don't like downtown. You suck.
Eh.
It's your city, bro. Represent.
You know, man, I'm not gonna lie. The day I permanently move out Chicago, I'll be pretty sad just because of like all the food and culture.
The food is excellent. Chicago's food is just something else.
Oh, it's just like the wide spectrum of living in a big city, man. It's great, but
large populations.
People overcrowding.
But yeah, I think I could totally see Mark Wahlberg fitting in.
Oh, definitely.
For the role.
Was it Matt Damon? What am I saying? Matt Damon.
Mark Damon.
Was it Matt Damon or Wahlberg that was in The Martian?
That was Matt Damon.
That was Matt Damon. All right. Equally awesome movie as well.
Yeah, that movie's great.
Audiobook's better.
You can't compare books to the
Right.
to the movies.
I don't want to have this conversation because we're gonna fight
mediums.
about Ready Player One again.
I saw that the Ready Player One trailer in theaters when they played it. Man, I got goosebumps, man. I got all them feels, man. The member berries, bro.
I'm excited. I'm gonna see it. Yeah, I'm gonna love it. But
you're gonna hate it. You're gonna be like, the book was better. Blah blah blah.
You're probably right. I don't know. I might see it a few times to make.
I wish I could like make you unread it. Like if I could, there was a way I could just take your mind and just pick that memory from your brain, and then you can watch the movie and enjoy the movie, and then I'll insert it back into your brain, and you'll be like, oh, I enjoy both of those mediums as two totally different and unique experiences.
You know, I wish you could do that too, honestly.
Movie's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it at least a few times.
All right. So, you've seen the other 2 Oceans films, right?
Yes.
Are they any good? I haven't seen them, and I don't particularly care to see them.
12 is alright. Takes place in Europe. It's alright. They have this really weird one scene where what is it? Julia Roberts is Tess, which is Danny Ocean's wife.
Julia Roberts is in the movie as a character, and they acknowledge that her character looks like real life Julia Roberts. Yeah. So she pretends to play herself in the character that she's playing.
Yeah, that was a weird scene. I mean, it was alright. It definitely wasn't like Ocean's 11 quality, but it was pretty decent. Then 13 was pretty much just Ocean's 11, like bumped up a few notches.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, that's why I never thought it was necessary to watch them, because this is a great self-contained movie.
No, absolutely.
Like, I believe it. I believe these guys going on this silly shenanigan to rob these 3 casinos, and then like they're what, they're gonna do it again. They're gonna so in the 12th movie, in the second movie, they don't even get to keep their money. They owe that money as debt to the guy they stole it from. So I immediately don't like that. And then so they have to do this other insane over the top thing, and it's like, okay, how many times are you gonna do this? Like,
but that's super cool and suave, so we'll mix up for it.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's going for it, is that it's cool and it's suave, and that George Clooney. So it's these guys again, and I don't know.
So do you think that the soft reboot is gonna be a trilogy?
They might. I can see them planning into it.
'Cause I feel like it's definitely the popular thing happening nowadays.
Yeah. Everyone wants a franchise. I don't know. It depends on the box office numbers, because I can easily see if it makes a lot of money, they'll be like, yeah, we've planned Ocean's 9 right away. Or if it doesn't make a lot of money, they're like, all right, we're done with this.
All right. Another thing that I kind of heard about that I'm kind of curious for, I'm not sure if I should talk about it or not. It has to do with it.
Yeah.
I kind of heard. Okay, so my basic idea is that this is going to be a trilogy because they don't really show. I don't know if I should talk about it or not, because I feel like it might be too early to discuss it.
You mean for anyone who hasn't seen it yet?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be a surprise to anyone to find out that they're working on a second one.
Mm-hmm.
That's not officially greenlit yet.
Okay.
A sequel, but they didn't announce it yet because they did not know at all how successful this movie is gonna be. This movie made bank this weekend. It's the second highest rated R film of all time.
Oh wow!
And it's the highest grossing R-rated horror film of all time. So the biggest R-rated horror film before it was Paranormal Activity 3. That movie made $50 million its opening weekend. It made $117 million.
Ooh, that's some good numbers.
That's more than double. Yeah.
That
so
marketing team.
It's an R-rated film. So it's hard enough for R-rated movies to make anywhere near that type of money for its opening weekend.
Yeah.
The only R-rated film above it is Deadpool, with $130 or $150 million opening weekend, and that's a comic book movie. This is a movie based off a book. Like, the amount of money that it's making is insane, and I don't think the studio was were ready for the amount of money it was going to rake in. So they're definitely gonna make a sequel. That being said, the movie adapted very little from the book. So there's more room in the book, in the rest of the book, for them to adapt. Have you ever seen the 1990s
Yeah, a while ago, and I remember it goes like, it starts off with them as children, then it moves on to like them as like teenagers, something like that. Then it goes on to them as being adults, right?
So it's told from the perspective as them as adults, but it constantly flashes back to them as kids. This new movie, it's not flashbacks. They're kids, and this is the story as them as kids. So the second part, naturally, would be when they're adults, and then you tell the adults section of that story.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was feeling that this might have been like, or is going to be like a trilogy, or at least a sequel.
There'll definitely be a sequel. I don't know if they'll do a trilogy. I don't think it needs to. I think you'll hear a lot of people begrudgingly like moan at the idea of milking the property for more than it needs to be. Because I think you'll do a part 2, and then that story will feel complete. That Stephen King novel is thick. That's a huge novel to read through, so it's filled with like dense material. So I can see where they might be like, we can totally make a third one.
Yeah.
They don't need to. Make a second one, make it good. Everyone will be satisfied.
Yeah.
That's what we've been saying about movies forever. So if they make Ocean's 8 and they want to make it a successful reboot of the franchise, then focus on that first one. Make that first one really good. And if it's good enough, then all right, go ahead and try and make a sequel.
Yeah.
If it sucks and you're already planning 7 more, then what was the point? Because it sucks. They tried doing that with Power Rangers. Before the first Power Rangers film came out, they were like, we're going to have a 6-story arc, and it's going to be epic and crazy and blow everyone's minds because it's Power Rangers. And the first one was like, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. And so they're all like, all right, we got to rethink our plan. Focus on your first movie. Make that first movie good. It did that. Its first movie is really good. They deserve the right to plan out more movies.
You know who doesn't do that?
Who?
DC.
Who?
DC.
DC. Welcome everybody to the DC Ranting Podcast.
I feel like we have to get at least one in every episode.
Oh my god. Oh my god, DC.
Here we have some more setup for the heist. They're, going into the servers and the video recording stuff.
None of which would be possible in real life, but it's hella fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
Look at how this would be me. I'd be shitting bricks the whole time. He's the only guy that acts like how they would really act like in real life.
Yeah, no, just like
he's like, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit.
Just get through this right now.
Yeah. Just totally sweating, all types of nervous.
Yeah, no, I get arrested pretty fast.
Just for having the thought.
Like, I'd walk into the casino and they'll be like, sir, please follow us. Please follow us. Like, no.
Pero por qué?
Why are you doing this?
Why George Clooney? This movie, it's filled with good yucks.
No, it definitely
feels very natural.
Oh, see, that's a major sign. Like, someone's like, hey, come on, stop, guy. He's trying to run away as fast as he can.
Yeah. But it works. For the joke. Look at all those pens.
Have you ever seen the other Ocean's movies? I probably brought it up already, but
no, I haven't. I felt like they were pretty unnecessary. I thoroughly enjoy this movie, and I don't want to see this movie again. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to. This movie's good. It works by itself as a self-contained movie. I don't want to.
This movie's good, but it's a little dated, and you can easily see that. Definitely give 13 a watch. You can skip 12, but you should definitely give 13 a watch one day if you're ever bored. Definitely recommend it.
So you'd say 12 is the weakest one out of the 3?
Yeah.
And so everyone returns. The cast returns, right? Like,
yeah.
So everyone that we see returns. Do they add like a new? So there's 11 people on this heist. Do they add a 12th one for the second movie? Do they add a third one for the next movie?
Yeah, I believe that for the second one, Julia Roberts is the cast member that they add.
Oh, okay.
So she becomes part of the crew, and I can't remember who gets added in the 13th one, Ocean's 13.
I see. I'm fine.
I mean, just give it a shot.
Maybe I'll check them out when we get closer to Ocean's 8. Just to see how that one, compares to the rest of them. That sounds fair.
Yeah.
Do you know when that one comes out? I know it's scheduled for next year, but I don't know.
Give me a second. I can let you know.
It's scheduled to come out for.
It is scheduled for June 8th of 2018.
Okay, summer movie. The other ones come out in the summer?
I believe Ocean's 11 came out. Yep, June. No, it's some. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at Ocean's 8 again. Let's see. Ocean's 11 came out December 7th, so that's a winter release. 12 came out December 10th.
Yeah.
2014. And 13 came out May 24th, 2017. Oh, I'm sorry. I take that back. That was at Cannes. Its actual release was June 8th, 2017.
Huh.
That's weird,
so
too.
The first two so the first two were like December releases. And the next two are going to be summer releases.
Huh.
Well, the first movie made a lot of money. It made like $450 million worldwide. That's a hell of a lot of money. For its production. Let's talk numbers. Let's talk actual numbers here.
Had a budget of $85 million.
Yeah, Ocean's 11 was made. $85 million is relatively small, and it made $455 million. Yeah. That's a huge profit. So obviously the second one went up $110 million, but it made less at the box office. It made $360 million. 13, its budget went back down $85 million, and it made even less with $311 million. So the money was going down, which is probably why they went on a brief hiatus, because I can't say they stopped making the movies. I don't see a I don't see a production number for Ocean's 8. I wonder how much money's going into that movie.
Yeah, pretty interesting to see.
Because for it coming out in the summer, it's gonna have to compete with something. I don't know what's coming out on the weekend of June 8th, but it's gonna be in the middle of the summer. The summer movies, it's like it's a new like blockbuster every weekend.
Yeah.
So I wonder how much money it'll make. Has it been too long since the last one?
I mean,
do people care for heist movies anymore?
Talk about how Logan Lucky made for just a second, how sad that is.
Oh yeah, let's talk about how sad. You got the numbers in front of you?
Yeah, so a budget of $29 million.
That is nothing.
That is pretty small.
Yeah.
And it's made only $31.7 million so far.
Oh, that is sad.
It breaks my fucking heart, honestly.
Oh man, that is sad because you take into account how much money it also must have taken to market that movie, then it hasn't even broken even yet.
It's such a good movie. Everybody should definitely watch that movie. If
All
you
right, so
can't watch it in
you want to
theaters,
talk about Logan Lucky for a bit? You want to go spoilers? No spoilers? No spoilers, right?
yeah, let's go. No spoilers, I guess. Fuck it.
Because I mean, it's not like there's a lot of twists and turns, whatever.
Yeah.
That's a damn good movie.
That is a fantastic fucking movie. Oh man, like the characters are so much more relatable. They feel like your average Joe compared to like Ocean's 11 and the Ocean series, where it's just like everybody's like this like highly skilled, like suave, like cool guy. In Logan Lucky, you're like, this is like my best friend. This is my buddy. This is like someone I know down the street.
Right.
And you brought up a good. I'm sorry to interrupt. Like you brought up a good point. Like in the Ocean's movies, they're doing this for like millions of dollars because they want to, or just to prove that they're the fucking baddest guys ever. In Logan Lucky, he's like, I'm doing this for family.
Right. So it's hard to relate as to Danny Ocean as a person because his motivation is like, let's rob a bank for shits and giggles. I mean, obviously we're learning about Tess right now as we speak, but I never thought that was a great... I didn't think introducing Tess as the emotional investment of the story worked as well as the rest of it. Everything's cool, and it does the job fine with introducing Tess, but it's mainly just the rest of them. Like Brad Pitt, he's just doing this for shits and giggles. Everyone else, they're just doing it to prove that they can. And Logan Lucky, I really felt for Channing Tatum's character.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's been there. They're working a shitty job, and they're barely making do. And then you get laid off, and it's like, fuck, how am I gonna take care of my family? Fuck it, I'm gonna rob a bank.
Oh, dude.
Obviously, we don't go out and go robbing, but like everyone can connect with that state of being emotionally, and I think that's what works immediately, like off the top. I think
Dude, the opening scene was like him and his daughter working on a truck. Just like it connects you like really quick, man.
Yeah, just how it opens. Yeah, they're singing, they're bonding, and then you can feel for them right away.
It's a fantastic. I definitely recommend if you can see it, or you can rent it, or go support the movie any way you can. Please do so.
I mean, it's relatable, but it's still fun. Like there's still like silly, over the top. Like obviously people can't do this with their scheme, but it's still so much fun.
Oh yeah.
As well, on top of the fact that you can empathize with what they're going through.
Oh, man, the scene with the gummy bears.
This is science we're talking about. Daniel Craig is fantastic in that.
Daniel Craig, I would not expect someone of him, like of his caliber, like his acting style, to be in this movie at all.
Right, Daniel Craig, who's mainly known for doing James Bond films, he comes across as being this, I'm an actor, I could do what I want. I don't want to be James Bond. My acting's above this. I'd rather slit my wrists than play James Bond again. He's actually said that. That's a quote. You can find him saying that in an interview. And here he is, just having fun playing this redneck dude in jail who's having like
pickled eggs.
Ball. Yeah, like
oh man,
an egg salted with
low sodium salt.
Low sodium salt. It's so fun.
Oh man, you definitely watch the movie. It's fantastic.
Adam Driver with his deadpan humor and his missing half an arm. That's the thing. Like, there's a bunch of jokes towards like rednecks in general, and how those characters are dumb, but the movie still treats them as smart individuals.
Oh,
like
yeah.
It'll poke fun at them all the time, but it still cares for them as people. Like none of the humor is at the expense of the character, and that's what I loved, because it's like, all right, this is silly, this is goofy, they know it, we know it, we're still having fun together.
No, like in the scene where Daniel Craig is like breaking down the exothermic reaction, the formula, and he like stops and like writes it down on the wall and like breaks down like all the chemicals. I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, I love it. I love it, man. It's so fantastic.
That was a great scene.
I'm thinking about it now.
I busted out laughing when he started to write the chalk formula on the wall.
Oh, man.
And it's so sad because I had no one to share that laugh with. The theater was completely empty where I was at.
No, yeah.
No one was there. No one saw this movie.
Like, it was completely empty when I went to see it. Given I went to see it like on a Wednesday afternoon, like in between classes and stuff like that. But like, it's I hated the fact that nobody was there, and
just no one.
I kept like updating myself every weekend after it came out, just like, is it doing better? Is it doing better? Is it doing better? No, and it breaks my fucking heart.
Yeah.
This is definitely a movie that should have been given a chance to, shine.
It's gonna be interesting to see what Soderbergh wants to do next now. So the reason he retired from feature films is because he felt like he wasn't getting the creative freedom that he once had on his past projects. As I said before, he's an auteur. He likes to be in almost total control of his projects, which is, understandable. As, an artist, you want to be free to make your own art. But the more he went on, the more he had troubles with, like, studios saying, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, and he felt like he was losing some of his style. That's when he went over to HBO, and now that he's back, he did this completely studio free. He made his own production company. He raised the money nearly, like, I heard a lot of this money came out of his own pocket to make this movie, Logan Lucky. And to know that it's not making the money, I'm really wondering what his train of thought is now. Like, was I wrong to not listen to the studios? Maybe I do need people sometimes to wrangle me in, or can I not do this alone on my own? Do I need a studio to back me up in order to push my movie and make it out there? I don't know.
I definitely will say, man, the marketing for the movie was kind of laxed.
It did lack. There wasn't a lot of marketing, but there was not a big studio to market it. That's the problem.
Yeah, and man, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it did pretty well, like, critically, right?
Critically, yeah. It's gonna end up on a lot of people's best of the year when the end of the year comes around. It's critically acclaimed. I love it. It's one of my favorite movies of the year.
Oh yeah, definitely. Likewise, man. Yeah, definitely support the movie if you can, however you can. I mean, fantastic. Probably gonna buy the DVD, honestly, or a Blu-ray, I should say.
Yeah, who watches DVDs anymore?
Are they even like around?
Yeah, they're around.
Oh.
They still make them. They're like $5.
So you can have this DVD, or you can just buy the license to it and stream it wherever you want.
Sounds about right.
Oh, here we have George Clooney interrupting Robert De Niro and Julia Roberts at dinner.
It's not Robert De Niro.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm looking at something else right now with Robert De Niro in it.
What's his name? What's this? What the fuck? It's gonna kill me. Who's this guy?
Let's see.
He's a decent actor.
Andy Garcia.
Andy Garcia. What else is he in?
Let's see. Godfather Part 3, Untouchables, Internal Affairs, When a Man Loves a Woman, Lost City, and all the Ocean's movies, of course. But yeah, he's in a few things. Dangerous Minds, Smoking Aces, Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Oh God, he was in Ghostbusters 2016.
Yeah, Let's Be Cops, Rio 2.
So he's had some ups and some downs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's alright. I don't know. Is he like the overarching villain in this Ocean's trilogy?
Um.
Or does he become like a kind of chummy with the
So if I remember correctly,
the rest of the gang?
in the first movie, he's definitely the villain. The villain.
Yeah.
In the second movie, he's, I guess, like the primary antagonist, and there's like a secondary antagonist also, who's not. So in the second movie, like he finds them. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna kill you guys unless you get my money back. You have like a week."
Yeah.
You have to like rob all this stuff, and there's like another like major thief that operates out of Europe, and I guess like he's like their rival. He's like the secondary antagonist, I guess you could say. While Terry Benedict, Andy Garcia being the main one, and in the third movie, he's kind of like their benefactor, where like he helps them rob this other guy, but he also tries to rip them off towards the end, and they already realize that, so they rip him off again.
See, I don't care about the sounds of any of that.
Honestly, like I said, man, if you're just working on something and you want some background noise, put it on, man. Come on, yeah. It's fine.
For how great this movie is, you know, sounds like steps backwards. Yeah, like what average Joe can relate to building full fucking scale set replicas of a bank in their fucking storage unit?
Well, you know, man,
I'm sure there's those 1%ers that are out there that can relate, but we can't.
Here's Don Cheadle saying a bunch of tech stuff. And
they look at him funny because they don't understand.
I think it's because he's using British slang too.
He's about to say they can't do the explosion, so they need an EMP or some shit. Doesn't matter because they don't explain it anyway. They're just like, we need an EMP, and then they just fucking get an EMP.
It's like, where can we get an EMP from? There's a lab we can totally rob since we're thieves.
And then they just do it. They don't even show it. That's the beauty. They're just like, all right, let's just shits and giggles, let's just get it, and then they just do it. Like, it's pretty funny.
We could use a pinch.
Like, look at, he's the one who came in yelling at them, and he's like, oh no, we could just use a pinch. Like, oh, okay, thanks, guy.
It's so over the top.
It's 100% over the top. It's so great.
Dude, the third one's even more over the top. They have like a giant tunnel drilling machine.
Yeah.
To make an earthquake.
Jesus Christ. If you were one of Ocean's 11, who do you think you'd be?
Fuck. Alright, well, who would I like to be? Definitely like Brad Pitt, or
I mean, who would I want to be? Brad Pitt.
Yeah, or George Clooney. Who would I most likely be?
I think we would both be Casey Affleck and his buddy.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be it.
That we're about to see him in the van. They're just talking shit to each other.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Ran over Casey Affleck's little automobile truck in the beginning. Yeah, that'd be us. Do they really have special skills, or are they just annoying enough to distract some people? That's their whole role in this movie. They just kind of distract other people.
Yeah, they're kind of the guys who, like, they can be disruptive and annoying, and they can also just kind of blend in and be forgettable.
Yeah, that's us. Matt Damon's like, fuck.
It's like, this is my position in life. You're just staring out the window. It has enough of it. There goes Matt Damon. Watch him as he go. And they're all leaving.
And they're out. Perfect timing.
Matt Damon
Comedy
goes
works.
in. They leave.
Completely over the top. Is that what an EMP would actually look like?
No.
That's just
It's like a giant pressure cooker with some tubes coming off of it that they made.
Yeah. I love the 90s cheese to it. I know it came out in 2001, but there's even in the editing and there's transitions that look like they were made in like Microsoft PowerPoint. It's like it's great. It's just it feels so cheesy, but it fits in.
Great. Yeah, like it definitely vibes the movie.
Yeah. Like it would not those transitions wouldn't work today. Like there's no way they're going to have them in Ocean's 8. But it's still fun to look back at this specific movie and still see, how it kind of flows together.
Just falls right off the roof.
Great use of using the camera to tell a joke. Like none of these jokes are like exposition. They're not. The jokes aren't told to you. Like visually, the jokes are funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Soderbergh uses the most out of the camera, whether it's in giving you information or telling the story, moving the story forward, or just telling some jokes. They open the back, he falls on the front. Like visually, it's funny.
I really like that style too.
Yeah, it works. It's the best for a visual medium. It's best, to tell everything visually. Soderbergh knows how to do that.
Yeah, we either be those two guys or we would be this guy.
What was George Clooney doing in jail for the beginning of this movie?
He got arrested for a previous heist.
I remember he had a line with Tess about being a liar and a thief, and the only thing he ever lied about was being a thief or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I guess it's not important.
I mean, it's the thing that humanizes them. It's important, I guess. They're all just wearing like suits.
Yeah, because they're all filthy rich for no reason. Look at that guy. He's in a fucking robe. He doesn't care.
Smoking cigars.
I mean, look at where they're at. Like, where the fuck are they? They're in like the nicest looking fucking place conceivable, just because they can.
Hey man, they have to rob casinos to afford this lavish lifestyle. It's a never-ending cycle, man. They rob casinos to afford a good life, and they live a good life because they rob casinos.
So that they could rob casinos.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a cyclical life.
And here they are grilling Matt Damon.
So they just kicked out Danny Ocean from his own heist at this point.
Yes.
Because of his emotional involvement with Tess.
Yes.
And later on, we find out it was all part of the plan.
Yep.
Right? Yes, so that Matt Damon could do this.
It's a big old twist, man.
It's a big old whatever.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I never got like towards the end of the movie, like how they actually got all the money out and stuff, until like my 12th time viewing it.
Why?
I never understood like the whole SWAT teams thing that happened and all that.
You mean like the first time you watched it?
Yeah. No, like the first 5 times I ever got it.
Oh, you never understood exactly.
Yeah, like how everything happened.
Yeah. Well, cause see, this guy, he fakes having some sort of illness later, but he clearly seems to be having something real right now. So that was my first bit of confusion when that all starts to unravel. I'm thinking, oh shit, he's actually, and I think that would have put higher stakes in the story, because it's all part of their bit. He fakes having like a heart attack or something, and then Brad Pitt comes on with the excellent wig, and he goes, "Somebody called the doctor." But like, imagine he goes in, he's like, "Someone called the doctor," and he's like, "Oh shit, this guy actually needs medical assistance."
It's like, what do I do?
Right, because it felt like they were going that way, and then it just never did. So I wonder why. I don't know.
Also,
keep the audience in suspense. I don't know.
What's Bernie Mac doing right now? Because I feel like we saw him in one scene where he's like buying trucks.
He is working in the casino specifically so that Matt Damon can distract the owner by saying this guy used to be a criminal.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah. So yeah, that's his whole thing. He probably has the least stressful job in the whole crew. He just has to work there and then have a chat with Matt Damon in a room. That's it. He really doesn't have to be sneaking around or whatever. It's just so that Matt Damon can come up to him and be like, "Hey, he's a criminal. He shouldn't work here."
Oh, yeah.
Just to distract him from the other goings-on of the casino. Nice little misstep in their plan right here.
That guy looked like a leather handbag.
Yeah, he his face looked like it was ready to melt off. Andy Garcia is now suspicious. Like, look at, like, how much are those worth? Like, clearly they're real because Andy Garcia trusts him with it. Like, couldn't have just sold those? Makes some.
No,
I don't know.
No. That wouldn't make for a good. What if the whole movie was like, "Oh, we gotta rob this bank. Wait, I have these 4 massive black diamonds we could sell instead." Ocean's 11.
I mean, because he. I'm just saying, like, how much money is spent just on robbing the bank?
They made a full-size replica of. They made a full-size replica of the vault. Come on. They gotta be tossing a few $1,000s at least.
Millions. They had to drop $1 million.
No, it's worth it.
They had to get an ambulance, a SWAT truck, SWAT uniform. They had to get a pinch. Like,
no,
see, that's what this shot is setting up right now. I remember the first time I was watching this, I was like, why are we looking from inside a car, and why is this car freshener important? And then later on, you see it in the SWAT car. See, everything makes sense. Every single detail. Great filmmakers. They know how to do it. Soderbergh. He knows how to do it. It's not just like you see a SWAT car and you're like, oh, I guess they had a SWAT car. You're like, oh, I remember.
It's like, I remember that air freshener in that specific vehicle.
You're like, it was there the whole time. This looks like Matt Damon's exact outfit for Suburbicon.
What's Matt Damon been in recently?
No, the last big thing he was in was The Martian.
I feel like I totally get him and Marky Mark confused.
You do for some reason, which is really weird. I would say Matt Damon is a better actor. I still definitely like Mark Wahlberg though.
Yeah, I feel that.
Mark Wahlberg's been in a lot more misses, I would say. Okay, his recent movies include Interstellar, where he was the doctor who went crazy. The Martian, where he was stuck on Mars. Last year, he was in Jason Bourne. Everyone knows him as Jason Bourne.
Mm-hmm.
He's a badass. And then this year, he was in The Great Wall. You remember that that movie where he's in China and then there's aliens or something?
Nope.
In China?
Nope.
You remember, it was like Matt Damon was a samurai or something, and he has to fight.
I remember.
Yeah, he was in that movie. And then he's coming in 2 movies this year. Suburbicon. You want to see? You're the one that referenced that to me.
Yeah.
I finally saw the trailer. It looks pretty interesting. Written by the Coen brothers, directed by George Clooney. Looks like it would be fun. But he's also gonna be in this little indie sci-fi movie that I want to see called Downsizing. I don't think the trailer's been released yet. It's gonna be released soon. It should have played at TIFF, so I don't know if there's any reviews for it yet. I don't even know what a full synopsis for this is. It's I know he's for whatever reason he shrinks.
Okay.
Like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids style.
Oh, those are great movies.
But the guy who's directing it is known for more dramas.
Okay.
Like he's critically acclaimed director, and he's like loved by like the Academy for making really prestigious indie films like The Descendants or Nebraska. Very good movies. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he does sci-fi. If it's gonna be funny, if it's gonna be like serious, I'm not sure yet because haven't seen a trailer yet.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm excited for it. I'll give it a watch.
Yeah,
or at least give it a chance. Yeah,
absolutely. For how many times we see Tess arguing with Danny Ocean is one of the reasons why I referenced I don't like the ending to this movie. It's very Hollywoodized. Oh, he pulled off the heist and now he gets the girl. You can feel the distance between them right here.
Oh yeah.
And then at the end she's like, "Oh, you robbed him. Oh, I love you again." Like, okay, proved...
No, David, no, you're wrong. No. You're wrong.
No, he proves that Andy Garcia was a dick and that he only cared about his casinos because when it came down to it, he's like, "I'll give you Tess. It doesn't matter. Whatever."
Exactly.
But he'd be like, realistically, she'd be like, "Okay, I've dated 2 asshole men in my life. Maybe I should just stay away from these asshole men." Instead, she just goes back to one of them for some reason.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? Like women, she'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna move on."
So
for the sake,
I'm gonna switch up the gears a little bit and talk about some stuff that happened in movies this week.
Yeah.
Have you seen the pictures of Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury yet?
Freddie Mercury?
Yeah,
No.
dude, they're making like a Freddie Mercury biopic.
I heard about that. I haven't heard any news recently since they wanted Sacha Baron Cohen to play him.
No, dude, apparently Rami
No,
Malek.
that didn't work out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard anything since then.
You know who Rami Malek is, right?
No, who the fuck is that?
Mr. Robot.
He's gonna be playing Freddie Mercury?
Yeah.
Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
No, I did not know that.
He's also in a few other things. He's in Pacific.
Never seen that.
Oh, it's pretty good. It's Band of Brothers, but in the Pacific Theater. Not as good as the actual Band of Brothers. I guess he's in Need for Speed 2. And
Never saw that.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of his bigger stuff. But yeah, Mr. Robot's his bigger role like recently.
Yes, yeah, Mr. Robot. I know the face.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I'm definitely check it out.
I don't know.
Colin Trevorrow.
Because can you make? Do they have the rights to Queen's music? I don't know, because I believe the issue with the Freddie Mercury biopic was that the people that wanted to make it one way, they wanted to make it, they wanted to make the story true, and by that I mean they had a vision, but the family of Freddie Mercury or something, the estate,
his estate
or whatever, they didn't agree with the vision they had because they believed it painted him in a certain light. And then it's like, you remember how when Straight Outta Compton came out and it was like, oh, NWA, we're the good guys, we're just warrior poets, right?
Yeah.
It's a good movie, but it's like, all right, come on. Dr. Dre was like, he had that whole thing where he hit that girl whose name I forget. Like, they did some pretty violent shit. Yeah. They really did. Like, they weren't all just for justice. Like, they got
like
themselves
Suge Knight like threatened to sue also because it portrayed him as like a bad person.
Oh yeah,
as he ran over somebody, he had to shoot.
Let's not talk about that before Suge Knight starts to come out at us. But but so you got to be careful when you make a movie with the estate, because then it's like, are they just gonna sugarcoat his story? I get where the estate's coming from. It's like, if someone wanted to tell a story about Ivan, right? And I wanted to tell a story about you, you'd be like, no, you're gonna paint me in like, you're gonna make me feel like this asshole. You're gonna tell this story completely different from how someone else is gonna tell this.
Yeah, true.
This story. So you know what I mean? So
yeah.
You got to be cautious with that, because you don't want to sugarcoat, especially someone like Freddie Mercury. Like, go all out with that story.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
go
dude.
balls to the wall.
Like an absolute
with that
legend
movie.
in like music.
Yeah, I want to see all the crazy shit that he did. Like, I don't know a lot about him. He's a great singer. I want to pull me into that lifestyle. Like, get me into it. Like, I don't know. I understand where the estate's coming from, but I am very cautious about where they might want to take that story.
Yeah, I can totally see that. And I feel like it's probably just the same argument for almost every biopic of like a famous or very culturally important person.
Sure.
Let's see what else we got in here. Colin Trevorrow exits Star Wars Episode 9.
Have you been wanting to talk to me about that?
Yeah, actually, kind of.
Because I'm a big Star Wars guy.
Yeah, of course, as most people probably realized by now, you're the larger Star Wars fan of the two of us.
So, from what was officially reported was that Colin Trevorrow and Lucasfilm mutually decided that they were going to part ways due to creative differences. Rumor has it Kathleen Kennedy wasn't jiving with how Trevorrow had envisioned the story to go. So Colin Trevorrow, I personally don't think is the best writer. He made only three films now. He made an indie film that everyone critically adored. It's called Safety Not Guaranteed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I wasn't the biggest fan. Like, it's a finely made indie film. I wasn't the biggest fan. He then made Jurassic World, which is one of the okayest movies I've ever seen, but it made bank. It was one of the most successful movies of all time, financially speaking. And so he was then hired to write episode 9. But then he makes an indie film called The Book of Henry. The Book of Henry was absolutely all his vision. Like, he had the complete control to make that movie the way he wanted to make it, and he pushed it, he marketed it himself, trying to like tell everyone this is the style of movie that I want to make. And it was critically panned. It didn't make a lot of money, no one saw it, and anyone who did saw it didn't respond to it as well as they would have thought. So he had that going against him, because you got to know the people at Lucasfilm were like, okay, these are the types of movies you want to tell, and they're not the best. There was rumors that came out that his script for episode 9 wasn't the best.
Okay.
And they recently hired a new screenwriter. So when they announced a new screenwriter, that's when people were first starting to think, uh-oh, maybe he's out. I personally thought he was going to stay in, because he's good friends with Kathleen Kennedy. He's a guy that's been endorsed by Spielberg. Spielberg and Kennedy are like best friends. I thought he would stay on. But Kathleen Kennedy had some issues before with directors where they were already shooting and shot most of the movie, and then their vision was not at all on the same page with what Lucasfilm wanted to do, which was the Han Solo movie. So I think Kathleen Kennedy was just thinking ahead and thought to herself, I don't want that to happen again. If we're not on the same page now, and we're not going to be on the same page down the road, I might as well just cut the cord now.
Okay.
And I think that's not a bad thing. I know a lot of people are nervous because this is like the 5th director they've fired in a row, not on the same movie, but on different movies. So I know a lot of people are questioning Kathleen Kennedy's decision-making process, and why is she hiring so many people that they don't agree with her vision, if she's just going to fire them down the road. Are creative directors going to stray away from Star Wars now if they see that they can instantly be fired at any point of the creative process? I think Kathleen Kennedy is trying to protect Star Wars. I think this shows that she's trying her best to make the best movies possible. Are The Force Awakens and Rogue One the best movies ever? No, but they're great films that show that Star Wars still works today. And yeah. I think she's just trying to make the best movies possible that she possibly can. And if she has a vision and she's working with the guy that she trusted enough to tell the story, and the story's pretty weak, and he's shown his track record's pretty weak, then I think the smart decision was to let him go.
All right, that was a lot longer of an explanation than I originally thought it would be, but I totally see what you're saying, and I agree. I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people have their own opinions about it. That was just mine. That was just my long opinion on the matter.
Well, moving on to another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Apple and Amazon are throwing in their bid to get the rights for James Bond.
I saw that. I didn't read up any further about it. So the James Bond rights, I think it was at Sony. Holy shit, was James Bond in Sony's hand for a while?
Was it?
Yeah, look that up. Because I think...
Let's see.
I think these Daniel Craig led James Bond films were under Sony. I know Skyfall for a fact was, and Spectre was.
So Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
So Apple and who? Amazon?
Yep.
That is interesting.
So okay, real quick. Casino Royale was not a Sony movie. It was Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer and Columbia.
All of them are going to be MGM. Columbia is owned by Sony.
Oh, okay. Well, that shows my knowledge of the subject.
Yeah, it's yeah.
But yeah, no, dude. So apparently, yeah, they're trying to bid for the rights. Amazon doesn't really surprise me. They have their own little independent, I guess, studio for Amazon Originals. Yeah. Apple, that kind of
they haven't. That's they're trying to get them in the movie game now.
I've never heard of any like Apple original series. It's like I'm a Mac, I'm a PC. Hey,
so they might just be trying to get in on the game, I guess. I mean, so Amazon, they have their own studio, and the term studio lightly because they just kind of buy movies. I'm not sure how they work now, because last year they released one of the most critically acclaimed films of the year, Manchester by the Sea, which was like an indie darling. I don't remember if the movies they release are also available for streaming at the same time as they're released in theaters. So like when they released Manchester by the Sea, I went to go see it in theaters, but could I have, if I had wanted to, had just streamed it on like my Amazon account.
Yeah.
So I wonder, James Bond is one of the most financially successful franchises of all time. I wonder how that box office is going to do if people can just stream it on their computer. I mean, obviously you pay for Amazon, but would that make more money, less money? Would that be easier for people to pirate by just using Amazon? That's interesting. And then Apple, what the fuck? That's just out of left field.
Yeah, was that's honestly what really caught me to this. Like, if it just had been, Amazon puts bid in for James Bond rights, I would be like, oh,
okay, sure,
that's pretty ambitious of Apple. I mean, of Amazon. All right, whatever. But Apple, what?
No. Apple has run out of original ideas since Steve Jobs is gone. They don't even want to make original content. They're just like, yeah, let's just buy James Bond because we can.
I mean, apparently, like Zach Von Emberg and Jamie Ehrlich.
I don't recognize those names at all.
Used to be co-presidents of Sony Pictures. They're acting on Apple's behalf. And earlier this year, I think in June, they announced they were leaving Sony for Apple.
They left Sony for Apple.
Yeah.
Interesting. That doesn't speak much to me because I don't have much respect for Sony.
Oh, okay. So I guess that Apple is trying to get the rights to get like the untapped TV market for James Bond.
Like they want to make a TV series?
Apparently.
Huh.
Which oh my god, I don't know how I feel about that at all.
I understand their logic. I feel like this is something that would have happened in the 90s and it would have been cheesy and no one would have watched it.
Oh yeah, like Miami Vice-esque or
yeah, like how
Knight
Mission
Rider.
Impossible was popular in like the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
But like just not successful. So the rights for James Bond, they were up in the air because Sony's contract was expiring or whatever. So I wonder, I don't know, this is all very interesting because there's an announcement. The next James Bond movie was announced already. It's scheduled for November in 2019, but it doesn't have a studio yet. So what does this all mean? It's just like, I don't know. I'm not so sure about James Bond. So I'm pretty sure Daniel Craig said he'll come back, but I don't know if he's on contract yet. Like he legally has to come back.
No, I mean, I definitely heard Daniel Craig somewhere saying that he would do it or that he was involved in some. I can't remember what it was exactly, but I remember hearing his name and the James Bond franchise, like him doing it again.
But say it goes to like Apple though, then it's like If you're trying something new, do something new. Then you know what I mean.
Dude, I doubt it, dude. Because I mean, they're fighting against the Warners and Sony, and they're a lot more aggressive. They would be a lot more aggressive. I feel like than Amazon or, Apple. I feel like they wouldn't be able to justify spending so much money if there's something they're not really used to doing, I guess. Yeah. I mean, especially like Apple.
Look at that old telephone.
Ooh,
Jesus
flip
Christ,
phone clamshell. No, yeah, it's
nowadays they would have just robbed the casino with their smartphone.
I just walk up to the machine, press a button, and like
they would have hacked into a server with their smartphone. It would have been like Watch Dogs or something. It wouldn't have made sense. Movie would have been over in 5 minutes.
Well, actually, that's why you should probably watch Ocean's 13 because kind of what happens.
Oh goodness. What year did that movie come out?
2009 or 7. Let's see, what is it?
No way, it was 9. It's probably closer to 7.
Yeah, 2007. Yeah, it was 7? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Have you also seen the second trailer for Suburbicon?
When did well, smartphones, they came out when? Like around 2008? Right? Like remember when like Madonna was the only person that had an iPhone and she was like the coolest person in the world again for like a day until everyone had iPhones again?
I want to say 2007 actually, or 2008. I think it was 2008 actually. You're right.
2008 sounds right. Well, they got those commercials now.
Oh nope, June 2007.
Yeah, they got those commercials now.
Yeah,
where it was like smartphones have been around for 10 years and now there's no advancement.
Well, I mean, okay, they had like non-smart touchscreen phones a few years before that though.
Yeah, but like, when's the next jump? When are our smartphones gonna take us into space, Ivan?
Well, Elon Musk is working on that, I think.
Well, the commercials I've been seeing are like advertisements to like things you attach physically onto your phone, like a projector. Or like
you're talking about the Motorola.
Yeah, like those don't seem like huge advancements forward with our smartphones.
No. Yeah, I don't know, man. Fuck that. I got bit by Motorola. Never going back there again. I used to be a huge Motorola fanboy.
I like their rocker. They're just they feel outdated.
Yeah, I mean the Moto X Pure, man. I loved having like the bamboo back, and oh my god, it was so nice. But they got bought out by Lenovo, and ever since then, like their support for their products has been downright shitty. I mean, at least it was Apple. It's like, yeah, updates are gonna work for your phone at least for like 5 or 7 years. So there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. What is it?
What's up, mate?
New trailer for Suburbicon. Definitely check it out.
I think I saw it. I think that might have been the one I saw. It's out in TIFF right now, so there should be reviews out for it. Because I know sometimes George Clooney movies can be a little boring. And Coen Brothers, I know they're beloved. I know everyone loves them. Sometimes their movies can be a little boring too. So, I'm definitely going to see what the reviews say.
Have you heard about that new movie with Benedict Cumberbatch?
Something about war, something this war, something.
Current Wars was Thomas Edison and Westinghouse.
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, you heard anything about it so far or no?
I think I saw one review. I think I saw one negative review. So I don't know anything about this movie. I don't know the premise. I don't know the synopsis. I don't know who's making it. I just know Benedict Cumberbatch is in it. I know that There's only been like one still frame released of like Cumberbatch in like a suit or something.
Yeah.
So I honestly have no idea what that movie's about. So even though I saw a negative review, I don't have any idea what the movie is.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious to see if you heard anything about it or anything of the sort.
Yeah. Why? Did you see anything about it or?
Yeah, I saw a promotional picture, and it's Thomas Edison and Westinghouse. Kind of always interested me. So.
Yeah, we're in that time of year. We're gonna see a lot about a bunch of weird, kind of artsy, independent films.
Yeah, dude, it's already fucking Toronto's
year,
happening,
man.
Dude. Toronto's already happening.
Yeah, TIFF, man.
I'm surprised. Well, honestly, I heard about it and I was like, oh shit, it's already time for that.
Yeah, gee, all these films are gonna try and get pushed for the Oscar season, bro.
Oh, well, should keep us busy for a while.
Yeah, there's a lot of good movies that I've seen that are playing there that I want to check out. I'll send you links to a couple of trailers I want to see. There's Molly's Game, which is gonna be what's that writer? Aaron Sorkin. It's his first directorial debut. Okay. He's mainly known for being a writer. Wrote The Newsroom, wrote The Social Network. He's directing a movie, so I definitely want to see that. There's this one movie about like underground hip hop called Bodied. I'll send you the links to the trailer, man. It's like these white boys. They're like, yeah, underground hip hop, and then they go to like a hip hop joint, and then they get destroyed, just like like brutally murdered, like, and oh, it's awesome. It looks really cool. There's a movie about the Boston bombings. Jake Gyllenhaal, he's in it. He loses his legs, and it looks like it's gonna be very emotional. Yeah, man, independent films, gotta love them.
Oh fuck! When is the movie? Oh fuck! I forgot. I'm blanking on the name of it. It has to do with The Room. Seth Rogen.
Oh, The Disaster Artist.
The Disaster Artist. Yeah, when's that coming out again?
I think that is playing in TIFF, so keep an eye out for some movie reviews.
Oh, definitely.
That doesn't come out till December though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
I did not hit her. It's bullshit. I did not.
Oh, hi Mark.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
We gotta do a commentary on The Room.
Oh fuck! All right, I'm down.
You saw the whole thing in its entirety, right?
Yeah. Gonna need to get me a few Moscow mules in before we do that one.
That's how we should do every commentary ever from now on. Get a couple of Moscow mules in, and just have a romp.
Oh, I just saw the poster for Bodied.
How's it look? I haven't even seen the poster.
I kind of like it, honestly. Here, let's see if you can see it properly. Bunch of like artists and stuff and
oh,
actors.
Okay, sure. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Check out the trailer after the commentary's done. It's pretty. You'll be like, oh shit. You'll feel bad for the kid. Like you'll feel bad for the kid that gets on stage.
I'm gonna check that out after this. Then I have to.
Yes, definitely. Or movie's wrapping up, Ivan. You got your SWAT team.
Oh yeah, look.
You got your bullshit. There's no way that ever would have worked. Casey Affleck controlling a car.
Oh, then that was like 2001 technology. Hell no.
To fully drive that in ongoing traffic to an airport, no way.
No. I don't even think that it's like fucking smart cars, driverless cars do that now.
Yeah, they can barely do that now. Smart cars are the future.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a link to the current war trailer after this, so you can check.
Did they release the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember when I was looking up movies that were playing at TIFF, I didn't see a trailer for that one.
There was no money in the van, David. It was just advertisements for escorts.
Well, one could argue that is better.
No. Oh, there's a review of Bodied out already.
Oh, I got excited. Someone texted me. I thought someone loved me. It was you. You just said you were going to do it too.
Oh, there's a movie called Haze. Have you heard anything about it?
Haze?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Guess it looks like from the promotional material, it's like a movie about fraternities.
Oh, I accidentally unplugged my Xbox.
Oh, well, should we pause it?
No, you go ahead. You let me know where we're at in the movie so I can catch up again.
You're stupid. Way to go, David. Way to go.
Technical difficulties. And we're so close to the ending. Why would we pause this?
So, did you hear about Sony canceling the premiere for Kingsman?
What do you mean?
So, not Sony. Fuck, I'm stupid. Fox. I guess they canceled the premiere for Kingsman that was going to happen in New York. And instead, they're going to use that budget that they're, all the money they're going to use for the premiere money, the budget, and they're going to donate that to different hurricane relief funds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty
That's
nice
real
move.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor people down in Texas and now
Florida,
Irma
Puerto
just
Rico.
hit Florida today.
Yeah, dude.
It sucks, man. Good on them.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a nice little refreshing thing to see from a studio.
Yeah. I thought you were saying like all screenings were like canceled, and I was about to be bummed out because I managed to get myself 2 passes to an early screening.
Oh, you lucky duck! How did you get that?
I was through the Paul. Some of the CDM students were invited. It's a first come first serve basis, so I might not, actually be able to get in. But if I do, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. I'll go ahead and make a 5-hour trek up north and go with you.
5 hours.
I'm still just kind of surprised that Apple and Amazon or Apple, to say the least, are trying to fight for the rights.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how that pans out, man. It's streaming services. They're trying to get on top of everything, and
I'm kind of scared. What if the theater dies out?
I don't think that'll happen because Amazon is trying to, every streaming service right now is trying to catch up to Netflix. Netflix is at a point where they can survive off of their original content, right? So every streaming service doesn't want to just hinge off of having other people's content. They need to have their own content. But first, they need something big. I understand why Amazon wants James Bond, because even though they have some original content, they're not bringing in as many people as Netflix is. So, bigger issues I think I have is that when theater studios want to have their own streaming service, we talked about this when Disney wanted to have their own streaming service, that they're going to have Disney exclusive content for Disney service in 2019, that they've now officially pulled Marvel and Star Wars off of Netflix, and that's going to be all exclusive on their content. So what does that mean? If Warner Brothers wanted to make a streaming service, Paramount wanted to make a streaming service, Sony wanted to make a streaming service, that's what I'm more worried about, because then we got to pay $1 bajillion just so we could see everything, because everyone's going to have their own thing. That would suck. That would really suck. And I mean, I love going to the movies and I support movies all the time, but like in the comfort of my own home, if I'd have to subscribe to 50 different things, like, that's gonna implode in and of itself. All right, where are we at in the movie?
All right, we are currently at 144.
Okay.
Literally 10 minutes left.
Yeah. So the heist already happened, and Tess just found out that Andy Garcia is a douchebag.
And she's walking away from him now.
This is a very satisfying ending. We see them get away with it. We see they pulled it off. All their hard work paid off. Yeah, very Hollywoodized. But it lacks. I don't want to say it lacks heart, but it lacks as much heart as, say, something like Logan Lucky did. Logan Lucky had a very surprisingly sweet ending where I was like, damn, that's a good guy. Like, he may be a bit dumb, but like I can see deep down he has like a good heart. This movie, it's like, I still think Danny Ocean just did this for shits and giggles, and he probably doesn't deserve Julia Roberts, and Julia Roberts can probably do better than him. But I mean, as far as Hollywood movies go in 2001, you know, it's fine. It works. It's satisfying enough. She's gonna run to him. Danny Ocean, I love you. You're literally at the same spot right now as you were in the beginning of the movie, but now I love you.
Because you proved to me that I wasn't as important as the
Right.
casino money, as millions of dollars,
Right.
and
You're
possibly
still
his
a
career.
liar. You still lied to me because you clearly robbed him. You're still a thief because you stole millions of dollars. But I love you now.
And I'll wait for you to get out of prison.
Even though I didn't want to wait before.
I mean, now
It
you're
makes sense.
pointing out all these flaws. I feel kind of bad, but I still love it. I'll still stand by this movie. Like, I stand by,
It's good. No. Don't you say it. This is a good movie. This works. This is fine. I'm just saying it's conveniently satisfying.
You know what I was
I
going to
think
say.
I know exactly what you were going to say.
Southland Tales. Honestly, it's been so long, I don't think I can justify it anymore. I think, like, older Ivan will just be like, you know what, you're right. This is dog shit. I feel really bad.
It's bad. It's a bad movie, man.
Gangsters don't commit suicide.
That's a quote. That's a line in the movie. Look,
It's like the rotation of the earth is changing. You stupid bitch.
Look, we'll get to that bridge when we get there.
Oh, we should get there soon, man. I'm dying to see that movie again.
Look, everyone looking off into the waterfall. They're don't even say anything to each other, right? They're just happy they pulled it off. They can,
Yeah,
see,
they're
this
just
is why, like, you can see it in their faces. They're like, "Damn, we did it! Like, we pulled it off." For them to do it twice more, it's like, all right, come on.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie.
It's
Just like
great,
them reflecting on everything and just nothing being said, just them knowing that they did it.
They know it. Like, you can see it in their faces. You know, it's great. It's great acting, great directing. Don't have to say a single word. You know exactly what each and every one of them are thinking. Something that only the 11 of them know. I guess 12 if you count Tess.
Well, 13 if you know Terry Benedict.
Yeah, but you know, fuck him. It's a great shot. And then we just got the denouement. George Clooney's out of prison again.
God, George Clooney's a good actor. You know, speaking of George Clooney, which has nothing to do with him at all, you know what movie I also saw today?
What?
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
How's that?
It was it was okay. It was what I expected it to be. Not the best, not the worst.
That's
but,
who's that actress's name?
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. Was it funny?
There's definitely a few moments that I was like, oh, haha.
I mean, literally try to call the movie "What the fuck." WTF, Ivan. The movie was it clever at all? Was it?
Yeah. It was alright. That's all I gotta say.
It was fine. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, I've been seeing like a lot of random movies today in like the past few days. I saw Rent, that musical.
Rent, really?
Yeah, that was
525,600.
I'm done.
That's the one with the AIDS, right? That's the one
Yeah.
they got AIDS or something. Yeah.
It's like this is really musically.
The movie is overhyped.
Yeah, I can see that.
No, they're together forever. Who cares?
Oh.
No, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but it's fine.
And look at the plots being set up for the next movie.
But like even if they didn't make a second one, this is a good ending. Like, he's still on to ya. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you'll always have that tail. Like, I don't know. For the next movie to immediately be, you can't have any of that money. It's like, what the hell's the point?
Yeah, that's why you can definitely skip. You can definitely skip 12.
Yeah.
All
All right.
13's alright.
And we are done.
Yeah.
That movie still holds up.
Yeah, definitely.
For as cheesy and how convenient some plot points are, that movie definitely still holds up. It's still a great heist caper movie.
It honestly makes me want to go see Logan Lucky again.
I like Logan Lucky better, and I'm glad we got the chance to finally talk about Logan Lucky. This is still one of Steven Soderbergh's best movies.
Oh, definitely, dude.
Yeah, I think Logan Lucky's better. This is a defining film for his career. Like,
this is like a defining film for just like the heist genre in general, man.
Oh yeah. I know you asked me. Do you have any expectations for Ocean's 8? You looking forward to it at all? Or?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm just really hoping they don't do the the Ghostbusters thing they did.
Yeah.
We talked about it. It's like, oh, I'm a woman. No, it's funny. Haha. Like, no. Like, make these characters like very respectable. Make it smart. Make it classy. Make it just.
Yeah.
Ocean's 11, but with like female leads instead. I'll go see it and I'll watch it a few times. Honestly, I think it'll be awesome. Because for me, the Ocean's movies have always been about like just the cleverness of the heist and like, the small details that go unnoticed until like it's right in your face. So like as long as they have that, I'm happy.
Yeah, it'll be good to see how they thread the line of being new, but I'm sure they'll have some nostalgic throwbacks. I think Matt Damon will probably make a cameo. George Clooney will definitely probably make a cameo. I think that'll be. I think it'll be fun. I hope it's fun. At least that's my hope. I hope it'll be fun because this movie is great and it is also hella fun. I still haven't seen 12 or 13, but I know this movie's fun, so I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Because I'm willing to go back to this universe, but I don't know. I have no interest in seeing 12 or 13. So seeing this universe, being in this universe again with new characters doing their own thing, that's what I am excited to see.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Is that it? Is that the end of our commentary track?
I think sadly our time's come to an end.
Now it's time to say goodbye. Well, all right, everyone. Thanks for listening to our half commentary, half news commentary track of Ocean's 11. If you liked it, please let us know, and we will do more. If you have any thoughts on what future movies we should do commentary tracks on, we will more than gladly listen to any requests. Leave your comments below, and we'll give them a look. Anything else you'd like to add, Ivan?
Just go ahead and drop us a like if you like our videos, and share it if you like. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, definitely. We will be back with more content, more commentary tracks, so keep an eye out for that. We are not the best media. We're not the best,
but we're all right.
We're all right. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
All right. See you guys.